Boom. Kathy Murphy, Tina G, Misha Oliver, Kimini, Cindy C, Susie Brizuela, Gavin Rutherford, Jennifer Rayner, Nurse Mitch, that damn Alaskan, Asmila J, Punxsutawney Mo, your boy Ken, Valerie G, and me, BDD, in the PZ. Samantha Hawkins, Xander Zork Anderson. I get bonus points if that was pronounced correctly. The Trump Reaper, Veronica Tello, Chrissy M, Watcher Soko, Meredith Powell, Stella Baxter, Queen of the South, Scout, Scout, Jennifer Rayner, Phyllis Hatch, Cecile Kazemi, Sarah B, Lumpy Girl, Mia to you, Melissa McQueen. Boom. Welcome to another episode of Storytime with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, aka BrooklynDad. And this is Storytime. Gling, gling. Welcome, everyone. Happily Monday. Let me wrap up everybody who I haven't gotten to yet. I see Susie Brizuela, Shel Teresa, Stephanie L. from Florida, Lee Saunders, Wojo Mom. And I said, I get bonus points. I did pronounce Xander Zork Anderson correctly. Look at me pronouncing things. Yeah, let's see. No clip from me, not yet, Cindy C. Kimberly Moss is here. Karen Purdy from Newton Falls, Ohio, as is Sylvia Correa, Fox Hill Dreams, Meek Spees, Marie from New Jersey, Grab Life by the Cherries, 101 PCG. Seriously, that is someone's name. Wilbur McCarthy is here. Lisa Hathaway. Whew. All right, great. Now that we've got the names out of the way, let's see what we have in store for today in our stories of the day. Stories of the day. President Biden is set to face off with Vladimir Putin tomorrow in a high-stakes meeting over Ukraine. And more international intrigue and drama as the United States is diplomatically boycotting the Beijing Olympics. Our guessing game for today is Name That Vintage Toy. Name that vintage Christmas toy. And last but not least, the tree-punching, freewheeling moron knucklehead in Congress, Madison Cawthorn, is today's You Raggedy BISH. Nope. Shh. Okay, before I forget, I got Jamie from Wisconsin has joined us, as has Think First, Karen from Tucson, whom we haven't seen on this show in a good long while. Happy to see you. Welcome back. And Samantha Hawkins, la 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 da 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 da. Who am I forgetting? Hey, it's Eric's birthday today. I'm seeing happy birthday, Eric. Don't tell me Weed Whacker Eric is in the house. Let me find out. I haven't seen Weed Whacker Eric in a minute. Let's see. Bonnie Bon Bon is here. I love saying Bonnie Bon Bon. That's the best. Oh, and we've got the third rail with Omar is here. Welcome. Okay, great. So let's jump right on in. I got some things to cover, and I like to. Oh, it's Eric Hathaway, Lisa's hubby, Eric Hathaway. It's his birthday. Happy birthday to you. And third rail with Omar. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the kind donation. We're getting this show started off on the right note. That's what's up. Yeah. All right. Oh, we get some graphics to go along with that. Well, let's get some music to go along with our random stuff. Bernadette, what up? What up? All right, so it's almost the end of fantasy football season. Regular football has got a ways to go. We got regular games until the end of December, and then January is all playoffs. Hello, Monique Lee. I see you there. Then we have playoffs, and then we have Super Bowl. But my Super Bowl, or Wifey's Super Bowl, if we are so lucky to sneak in, would be, I think, the third week of December. We shall see. But at the very least, BrooklynDad has won his matchup from this week already, which is a good thing. Mathematically, I'm almost done. Like, there are two guys at the top. Only 4 teams out of a 14-team league can get into the fantasy playoffs. And there's already 2 at the top that are like, nobody can catch them. And then there's a bunch of us that are all like 7-6, 8-5, and so I need a bunch of people to lose in order to sneak in. Wifey has a much better shot. She's got a better shot at winning her way into the playoffs. She needs some help, though. She is currently down by 18 points to her opponent, but she's got 2 people playing in tonight's game, so if you can spare some positive vibes for her, please do so. A little prayer for Emmanuel Sanders and Dawson Knox from the Buffalo Bills. Yeah. So let's see, what else do we have? Oh my God. All right. So if you've been following my tweets over the weekend, you would have seen that I'm on to a new TV show now. And this is one that I had been wanting to watch for a while because I saw comments about it also on Twitter. It's called Succession, right? And on the surface, it's about, a family, a rich family, that has a media company. Think of Rupert Murdoch and his offspring, his spawn. Okay. But below the surface of that, these are horrible people. Oh my God. They are horrible people. They are, I wrote a list of adjectives. I didn't want to forget. They're vile, they're vulgar, backstabbing, disloyal, narcissistic monsters. And I can't stop watching. I can't. When the drama opens up in the very first episode, first season, the father, who is played by Brian Cox, excellent actor, Brian Cox, the patriarch, if you will, the patriarch of the family, has a stroke. And this is not a spoiler, this happens in the very first time. He has a stroke, and that throws the whole family and all of their jostling for position into turmoil, okay? They are cutthroat. They will cut each other's throat for a favorable position in the will or in the hierarchy of the family. Disgusting. There's one character, I would say. There's one character. His name is Kendall. He's the guy on the left here. He is the middle son. He's the one I feel is like the one you kind of want to see him succeed the most. He seems the least monstrous. He's flawed too. He's got an addiction problem, and he's also a little bit cutthroat too, but out of all of them, he seems to be the one who is most well equipped to ascend to the position of heir apparent, the CEO of the company. But his brothers and sisters just sniping at him, just backstabbing all the time. It's horrible. He has a sister. Her name is Shaban, but for short, they call her Shiv, SHIV. And for those of you who don't know slang, the word Shiv is like a knife. It's literally the knife that somebody would stab you with in jail, like a shank. Whoo, boy. But she's a fierce character. Her stepmother, Marcia, not to be messed with either. She's very, very savvy. And I guess that's why I'm watching it, because it's almost like a game of Survivor. You want to see who makes it to the end. This guy here, his name is Greg, and Greg is just a little bit smarter than a box of rocks. And he's passive and bumbling, but I hate to say this, but he's probably the most relatable character in the show. The most relatable. And as I said, this show is highly bingeable. I recommend it, but it will take a strong stomach for you to to deal with it. Speaking of a strong stomach, wifey and I watched this show. Oh, by the way, that's on HBO. This one is also on HBO. It is a series. It's an animated, think kind of claymation-ish, but not really. The look is claymation, but it's CGI. This one is called Santa Inc. And it stars the voices of Sarah Silverman, Seth Rogen, Craig Robinson. You will know him as Daryl from The Office. Tim Meadows, Gabori Sidibe, talented voice actors. And here's the concept. The concept is Santa wants to retire. This little elf wants to be the first lady elf to replace Santa, because over the millennia, Santa has been just swapped out. Once one Santa has had enough, he retires and is taken over by the next Santa. But there's never been a lady Santa before. Now, the show was kind of funny, in the first 15, 20 minutes. The whole first episode was funny. But if you watch this, watch 3 episodes in a row, you will notice, first of all, that the cursing the profanity is way over the top. I mean, you guys, if you've seen a Seth Rogen movie, you know he curses, right? But this was like, they're going out of their way. They're using profanity where it's not even needed, right? It's not even, profanity should be used as, as a condiment, salt and pepper, just to spice it up a little bit in the right spots. But they're just using it as the condiments, the main course, the appetizers, everything. That's one. That's my one complaint. My second complaint is they're trying too hard to make this movie woke. I can't put it any other way. There are jokes in there that, it's almost like they had to run it through a gauntlet of PC editors who had, you had to meet a quota of certain acceptable phrases to use in order for this thing. Seriously. And I'm not like a Bill Maher. I'm not going on a rant about wokeness. I think wokeness is useful, and necessary. But come on, man, don't go overboard with the freaking humor. You've already got a very vulgar movie, TV show. Just go with it, guys. Just yeah. That's all I have to say about that. It is entertaining. Speaking of entertaining, I did tell you guys I was going to be watching a movie called 8-Bit Christmas, starring Neil Patrick Harris, and it's basically him retelling the story of how he got his Nintendo when he was a wee lad, and it is funny, a little corny, but mostly funny, good family humor, and surprisingly, a little touching at the end. All right, and that's that for our random stuff. I see you, Michelle. Hola, welcome to you. Oh yeah, Cindy C, thank you, points out the preview on YouTube has 2,000 likes, and she says 86,000 dislikes. It's more than 86,000. It's like over 100,000 dislikes. I don't pay any attention to that because you know what? The people who are hitting those with dislikes are mostly trolls. They're mostly anti-woman. Think incel. Those are incel trolls. People who are miserable, and those are the same people that give thumbs down to Wonder Woman. They give thumbs down to Black Panther. They give thumbs down to Shang-Chi. So, yeah, disregard that. It's all right. It's just, it's a bit much with the profanity and the wokeness. But aside from that, it's fun. Jamie from Wisconsin says she's getting her booster on the 17th. Good for you. Congratulations. And I think I saw somebody else mentioning earlier that they had gotten their booster over the weekend. All right, so that's it for our random stuff. Let's jump right on into our quick hits. Yeah, you son of a bee. Oh my goodness. Xander Zork Anderson is saying that Kyle Rittenhouse has a Twitter account now. It's terrible. It's terrible. Quick hits. Excuse me. I don't know how much time any of you guys had to play on Twitter today, but I had some time. and this was making the rounds. This is not a real Christmas card, but when I first saw it, I was like, huh. It's like, that's interesting. The positioning of the artwork and, like Santa's sleigh at the top there and the reindeer, they kind of look like they're coming out of the tip of of his head. So, in case you guys are not seeing the joke, oh, and this is visual. Those of you who are listening, this is a visual. It's on the screen right now. Those of you who do not yet get the joke, let me just make it a little bit more obvious. It's really clever. It's very clever. Here is without, and with. Yeah, now you cannot unsee it. We wish you a merry dick pic. We wish you a merry dick pic. We wish you a merry dick pic. You cannot unsee this. Yeah, so it's not real, but it is real. It is real funny. Oh yeah, and also the ornaments at the top, there are pictures of like Don Jr. and let's see, Ivanka comes before Melania, and what's his face? The kid, Barron, is not even in there. So yeah, it's not real. But what is real is our new White House Christmas thing, our new White House Christmas aesthetic. There we go. That's a regular, good-looking Christmas. And of course, there we have President and Dr. Biden. What are they doing? They're holding hands. You love to see it. You love to see it because, all we had from the past 4 years was malaria smacking Spanky's hand away and not much love. Saturday. Well, let's see. When I left you guys on Friday, these two bad parents, the Crumbleys, James and Jennifer, were on the lam. They were fugitives from the law. Fugitives. Yeah, they were fugitives. And as of Saturday, they were captured. Yeah, they had been hiding out in a warehouse in Detroit. And here's the funny, I'm not sure how accurate this is. I'm just going to pass on to you what I heard. What I heard was that the warehouse they were hiding in was like less than a mile away from the Canadian border, which is just hilarious. It's hilarious. They took money out, like I think $3,000. They took they clearly didn't think this thing out. Clearly. And that's right, Watcher Soko. Now they're prisoners. So they are now being held on $500,000 bail each of them, $500,000. And and they've pleaded not guilty to involuntary manslaughter. That's going to be an uphill battle. And they didn't do themselves any favors by trying to run away. That's not how you prove your innocence, by trying to escape. Before I move on from this whole debacle, the Crumbleys, so their son is guilty of having murdered 4 students in yet another head-scratching, mass shooting. And so another head-scratching move was a member of Congress posting this picture of his family, each of them holding a gun, a rifle, an Uzi, whatever, AK-47, all these automatic or semi-automatic weapons of war. And this was their Christmas greeting. Like, you guys have heard the phrase, too soon? This is too freaking soon. This is way too freaking soon. Come on. There's people who still haven't been buried yet. And you have the classless distaste to post this? It's disgusting. Disgusting. Beijing. So, the United States is staging a diplomatic boycott of the Beijing Olympic Games of 2022. Now, back in 1980, President Carter had ordered a full boycott, not just a diplomat. So here's the difference between a diplomatic boycott of the Olympics and a full one. Diplomatic, it means just our politicians and our officials will not be attending, but the athletes can still attend. Which, personally, me, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. These people, they've trained their entire lives for this event. They should be able to participate, you know? But President Carter, back in 1980, he orchestrated a full boycott, which meant that none of the athletes could participate. And that was a pretty big deal. And what made it worse is that, he attempted to get other countries to participate, and they didn't want to join in. And that just kind of, that hurt the overall effort. Like, he even enlisted Muhammad Ali. He tried to get Muhammad Ali to get certain countries in Africa to not participate in the boycott. So the whole purpose of the boycott was to protest the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. And frankly, Carter didn't care. He said, you know what? I don't care if nobody else joins in. I'm doing this anyway because, we need to make a stand here. And I agree with his stand. I just wish that the athletes didn't have to be penalized for that. Over the weekend, Saturday, Senator Bob Dole passed at the age of 98. And, when the word came out, and then I started seeing the tweets come out and all these people, Bob Dole, for those of you who don't know, was a former senator. He was in Senate for maybe 30 or 40 years. He was formerly the majority Senate leader. He ran for president 3 times and lost. But I remember Bob Dole, and I don't remember thinking, oh, this is a great guy. I don't remember that at all. But, when he passed, all these tweets started going up saying, oh, he was a great man and a good statesman. And I was like, hey, but didn't he support Donald Trump? Just in 2020, did this guy support Donald Trump? Yes, he did. But you can't look at this guy's life in that very small sampling of the one thing that he did that was stupid. He was 98, so he's not making great decisions at that point. But he did bravely serve our country in World War II. He's a World War II veteran. He also did support the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act. He he went against what the rest of his party wanted to do. The rest of his party wanted to oppose those two, civil rights and the voting rights. He stepped out and voted in favor of those two things. He also worked with Senator Patrick Moynihan to save Social Security. That's kind of a big deal, too. Kind of a big deal. Republicans, they're still trying to cut Social Security. Other things that he advocated and fought for were for Americans with disabilities and nutrition assistance. So overall, the overall body of his work I guess was good. I learned something, and yeah, didn't care much for him and for his support of Donald Trump. So, you know how they say if you can't say something nice about somebody, don't say anything at all. I didn't post anything about him, but I'm glad that I learned that he wasn't all bad. So that's that for our quick hits. And now, R.I.P. Norm Macdonald. Yeah, he passed about a month ago, didn't he? Excuse me. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. It is now time, ladies and gentlemen, for a timeline cleanse. Timeline cleanse. Cindy C, yeah, no mention of the Kennedy Center honors because I have not been paying much attention to that. I really have been almost swallowed whole by that show Succession, and I'm almost finished. I think I'll be finished with it by tonight. All right. Let's see. What do we have? Okay. So everybody here, I'm sure, has a friend or friends on social media. Specifically, I'm talking about Facebook and Instagram. Those are those two platforms where people like to show off how great their life is and all the great things, great fun, fantastic things they're doing. And they just put shit up there just to make you jealous, just to make everybody eat my ass, This is how I'm living. I'm living my best life. You suck, that kind of thing. But keep in mind, what you see on Instagram isn't necessarily always what's happening in real life. For example. Okay, this is Instagram, but this is real life. There we go. Instagram, look at me. Oh, I'm fantastic. But in real life, this is me. Instagram, oh, I'm fantastic. I'm flying. I got the boot. No. All right. That's it for that one. What's next? This next one. In life, right? Happiness. You can achieve happiness once you've achieved balance. Balance is the most important thing. Balance. All right. So, those of you who are not watching, there's a guy who is precariously balanced on the handlebars of a bicycle. And through this whole video, all I want to say is, whoa. And the dude never falls. He goes down ramps, he goes up ramps on the handlebars of a bicycle. Oh, and then at the very end, he jumps off. But he went all around this park on the handlebars. That is fantastic. In sneakers. Yeah? He doesn't even have his toes to grip around the handlebars. That's it. It's just balanced precariously. Whoa. Whoa! I'm jumping off here. That was cool. I had to share that with you. Okay. Those of you who were paying attention to Twitter or to the news this weekend might have seen something disturbing. You saw a scene similar to Charlottesville, a bunch of people dressed all the same, but in this case, they're wearing masks to cover their faces. They're wearing khakis and knee pads for some reason. So these guys were part of a group that calls themselves the Patriot Front. Well, guys, I have exclusive footage of their preparation for their outing.
Okay, everyone. Can I have your attention, please? Quiet coyotes. I think we're all ready. We're all ready for the big event. So it's gonna be navy blue tops and khaki bottoms. If you're wearing jeans, don't bother showing up, because if we don't match, it's not gonna be scary. If I see a bunch of people wearing khakis, then it's scary. But if it's a bunch of people wearing khakis and Fred wearing jeans, they're not going to be scared. Now, the aesthetic we're going for is Ku Klux Klan, bitch, but it's at Best Buy. You feel me? So we really need to lean into that aesthetic, because that's what we've committed to, Fred.
Why you got to put Fred on
Furthermore,
blast?
I saw the cutest little clear
Fred.
serving platters. They're like big clear plates at the Dollar Tree. And I went ahead and picked a bunch of those up, and I taped a little handle on the back. So we'll all have the cutest little shields. They're not actually good for protecting anything, but they do make us look like little soldiers. It's also important that everyone be wearing a mask. And I know I get it, we hate masks, God. But this is for our physical protection more than anything else. It's gonna be a really bright day, and I'm sorry, but a lot of us are a little pale. So safety first. That skin's got to be covered up, and sunglasses too. Oh God, what else? Heath, if you could bring that drum that you bought for your son, and if you could just hit it at random moments, I think we did a good job, you guys. I think this is going to be very successful. I think we're going to look cute as fuck. Oh, and if you have knee pads, I think you should probably wear them.
Why do we need knee pads?
Just in case.
Just in case of what?
No, just in case. Okay, everyone. Can I have your attention, please? Quiet coyote.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I'm sorry. I don't know his name. I've seen him before. I've played one of his videos on this show. If you guys know who that is, please tell me, because that dude is freaking hilarious. Please, please, please. All right, Cindy Z is telling me, please, please, please check your DMs. I think she has sent me another funny for this timeline cleanse. I will check it, Cindy C. Cindy C timeline cleanse. Yeah. Smila J says she thinks his name is Vinny something. Yeah, that dude is hilarious. Love him, love him, love him. All right, that's it for our timeline cleanse. Please remember to hit the like button. Hit that like button as we move on to our main topic of the day. And that is the Ukraine. Oh, yeah, the Best Buy line was funny. Yeah, and why is he putting Fred on blast? I don't know. That shit was funny. All right, but this is not funny. This is something serious. So tomorrow, President Biden is scheduled to go online to virtually have a face-to-face with Vladimir Putin over some very serious... Oh, Vinny Thomas? Thank you. Thank you, Lee Saunders. Vinny Thomas. That dude is great. Thank you for that. Grab Life by the Cherries is confirming that too. Okay. Thanks, guys. So yeah, he's having bilateral talks with Putin tomorrow. Now, why? It's because in the past several weeks, Russia has been beefing up its troops along the border of Ukraine. And they're doing it in such a way that it's not regular. It's not the usual kind of we just want to intimidate them, because there are ways to do that intimidation thing, building up the troops along the thing without um without so many troops. Currently, they have I believe they have 94,000 troops. Russia currently has 94,000 troops along the border of Ukraine. And this is a serious thing. Now, this won't be obviously President Biden's first time meeting with Putin. It's just, dude, why? What is your deal? Why are you gonna do this shit? You know? And it looks like he is trying to make a statement. I think he's maybe trying to call President Biden's bluff. You know, I'm not sure what he's trying to accomplish by doing this kind of gamesmanship. Um, what do you have to prove? You want to draw us into a conflict? We are going to meet him, and I don't think that necessarily bodes well for us, for us to engage in yet another conflict. We just got ourselves out of Afghanistan, and just getting ourselves out of Afghanistan was a big deal, you know? It wasn't smoothly orchestrated. So, you know, President Biden's approval rating took a major hit. So, how he responds to Vladimir Putin in this instance is going to determine how um, how he is perceived, not just by us here, but on the world stage. The last time out, we had a president who faced off with Vladimir Putin and, wasn't sticking his tail between his legs. That was President Obama. Of course, we all know what happened in Helsinki. But this thing is about more than just, tough talk and tough facial expressions. The United States has already confirmed that they would send reinforcements to NATO's eastern flank if Russia decides to invade Ukraine, as well as imposing severe new economic sanctions. It seems like that's our first go-to are the sanctions. Um, so with their 94,000 troops, this is already the worst crisis between the United States and Russia since 2015, when Moscow staged a large scale incursion into Ukraine, and they secretly sent tanks and artillery to circle the Ukrainian troops, and they forced Kiev to sign a peace agreement in Minsk. Uh, so according to Ukraine's defense minister, on Friday they told their parliament that Russia has 94,000 troops near the Ukrainian border. I'm actually reading this here. And might be preparing an offensive beginning in late January. This shit makes me sick. We have enough of our own issues to deal with that to have to step in to Ukraine's business, But this is what we do. It's our role. And Putin, apparently, he has a red line, and his red line is, if we get involved, he said, if the United States gets involved, that's unacceptable. That's kind of an unacceptable red line. That's unacceptable to me, I think, to the rest of the United States. So the media, somebody in the media asked President Biden, what do you think? They told him about the red line. And they said, "What do you think about Vladimir Putin's red line?" And Biden was like, "Man, I don't give a shit about nobody's red line. You see, you see me caring about red lines? The only red lines I care about are Twizzlers. I enjoy eating Twizzlers. Would you like some? I have a whole bag of Twizzlers. Those are the only red lines. Man, I don't give a shit about no red lines. Come bring that noise." No, he didn't say that. But yeah, he did make it clear. I don't care about anybody's red lines. Excuse me. So this is just this is an update that I'm bringing to you guys to keep an eye out, because that's the next conflict that the media and Republicans are going to look to spin into a negative for President Biden, no matter how he deals with it. Huh? If he deals with it quickly, they're going to say, "Oh, we should have dealt with it more slowly." Hey, Scribble My Dibbles, I see you there. If he deals with it slowly, they'll say he should have dealt with it more quickly. If he deals with it forcefully, they're going to say it was too forceful. If he deals with it not forcefully, they'll say, "Oh, you should have been more forceful." That kind of thing. This is a no-win situation, just so you know. I'm calling it. You already know what time it is. We'll see how this shakes out. But, at the end of the day, President Biden and America has to stand by our allies. And Ukraine is an ally. Indeed. All right. So, and now, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the favorite part of the show. The part of the show where you are guessing what are the things that you like to guess about. This is Name That Vintage Christmas Toy. So, what do I mean? Excuse me. Many of you in the audience are adults, above the age of 30, right? So, vintage, in my opinion, is anything that has been a toy, a child's toy, a vintage toy, at least since no later than the 90s, maybe the early 90s and before that. So the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to show a picture on the screen, and you have to identify. Good eye, Trump Reaper. Yeah, that is that is Buzz Lightyear. Yeah. You have to identify what toy that is, type it in, hit send, and those of you who guess correctly, I'll read out the first 5, 10, 15 names or so. All right, are you ready? Here we go. What is this on the screen? Meek Spees, you just barely made the cutoff there. You are old enough, yeah? Dome, dome. I've seen enough. We were looking for Spirograph. Spirograph, and it looks like I didn't fool a soul in the audience. Let's see. Okay. So here's here is our I was born in 90 friend. Meek Spees is first, followed by Scribble My Dibbles, Veronica Tello, Jennifer Rayner, Misha Oliver, Susie Brizuela, Cecile Kazemi, Kathy Murphy, Asmila J, The Trump Reaper, Garden Always, Lisa Hathaway, Phyllis Hatch, Gavin Rutherford, Cindy C, then Nurse Mitch, Elaine Prieto, Michelle, Mia to you, Ness from Connecticut, Marie from New Jersey, Watcher Soko, Xander Zork Anderson, Samantha Hawkins, Wilbur McCarthy, Fox Hill Dreams, Hojo Mom Valerie G, and Jamie from Wisconsin. Good job, you guys. Good job. All right, here's the next one. Are you ready? Here we go. What is this one? The very best part of waking is Folgers in your cup. Folgers in your cup. On the worst lay of shiplap, my left leg hit a tree, and Grandma threw her shoe at me. All right, I've seen enough. We were looking for Raggedy Ann, but if you said Raggedy Andy, I would give you a credit for that too. Let's see, who do we have at the top? At the top, we got Misha Oliver, followed by Garden Always, Scribble My Dibbles, Nurse Mitch, Meredith Powell, Asmila J, The Trump Reaper, Meek Spees, Jennifer Rayner, Mia to you, Veronica Tello, Lisa Hathaway, Michelle, Susie Brizuela, Samantha Hawkins, Luppy Girl, Kathy Murphy, Ness from Connecticut, T, Karen Purdy, Shel Teresa, there's Michelle, Cha-Cha, Jamie from Wisconsin, Fox Hill Dreams, Phyllis Hatch, Monique Lee, Cindy C, Cecile Kazemi, Marie from New Jersey, Bernadette. Okay, good job, you guys. Good job. We're moving on to the next one. We got to keep it going. Oh, what is this? This one, I don't know if so many of you are going to guess. Asmila J wants to know who was the black doll. That was Raggedy Leroy. I don't know. I don't know who that was. Jesus Christ. Did everybody have one of these? I've seen enough. Yeah, we were looking for the Easy Bake Oven. And Scribble My Dibbles, please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we had one of these. I'm pretty sure we didn't, because I would have loved to make like cookies and cake and things like that in that. I would have totally housed this. I would have totally housed this from you. At the top, we got Cindy C, followed by Garden Always, Shel Teresa, Ness from Connecticut, Kathy Murphy, Misha Oliver, Meek Spees. You know, for somebody who was born in 1990, Meek Spees, you're guessing a lot of these, okay? Jamie from Wisconsin, Susie Brizuela, Scribble My Dibbles, T, Punxsutawney Mo, Asmila J, Phyllis Hatch, Meredith Powell, Cha-Cha, Michelle, Nurse Mitch, Marie from New Jersey, Cecile Kazemi, Mia to you, Trump Reaper, Watcher Zoko, Samantha Hawkins, Xander Zork, Elaine Prieto, Fox Hill Dreams, Sylvia Correa, Lisa. No. Well, it is a cooker, Lisan. It's not the barriers, though. So very sorry. Veronica Tello, Bernadette, Lisa Hathaway. Very good, you guys. Very good. Let me see. Did Scribbles My Dibbles answer my question about whether or not we had one of these? She says nope. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, good job, you guys. Let's move on to the next one. Here's the next one. I know I definitely had one of these. Surely you cannot be guessing this one. Hmm. 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 I have underestimated once again the toy memory of the audience. I've seen enough. Yes, we're looking for a light bright. Light bright. Light bright. This actually, I have fond memories of this toy that I'm sure we didn't play with a whole heck of a lot. But I do remember, for some reason, I remember the smell of the hot lights uh, burning through the paper. All right, who do we have at the top? Cindy C is at the top, followed by Born in 90s, Meek Spees, Wilbur McCarthy. Nope, it's not Wilbur McCarthy. Sorry, Wilbur. Misha Oliver, Garden Always, Kathy Murphy, Veronica Tello, Meredith Powell, Michelle T, Shell Teresa, Think First, Cecile Kazemi, Monique Lee, Esmila J, Susie Brizuela, Scribble My Dibbles, I believe you have transposed your letters. I think you knew what you wanted. Well, whatever. Tracy M, Nurse Mitch, Luppy Girl, The Trump Reaper, Phyllis Hatch, Samantha Hawkins, Marie from New Jersey, Mia to You, Karen Purdy, Eddie G, Ness from Connecticut, Jamie from Wisconsin, Cha Cha, Elaine Prieto, that damn Alaskan, Watcher Soko, Foxhill Dreams, Kathleen Cross, Trump Reaper. There you go. Okay. Are you ready for the next one? Here we go. Here we go. Ah, I see one person has already said, I'm stumped. Let's see. Red, dun, 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 doom, doom. All right. I think I've seen enough. We were looking for Play-Doh. Play-Doh. And Trump Reaper says, all kids think Play-Doh is edible. Pretty sure I've eaten some Play-Doh in my life. Pretty sure. I don't specifically remember it, but yeah. Okay. And once again, Meek Spees is at the top, followed by Jamie from Wisconsin, Misha Oliver. Oh, Scribble My Dibbles with a fun fact saying, by the way, history of Raggedy Ann dolls is very problematic and rooted in racism. I didn't know that. I seriously did not know. That's interesting. I have to look that up. Meredith Powell, Watcher Soko, The Trump Reaper, Veronica Tello, Susie Brizuela, Cha Cha, Katha Murphy, Monique Lee, Foxhill Dreams, Kathleen Cross, Speedtopia, Eddie G, Cindy C, Nez from Connecticut, Mia to you, Cecile Kazimi, Luppy Girl, Karen Purdy, Scribble My Dibbles, that damn Alaskan, Shel Teresa, Sylvia Correa, Valerie G, Wojo Mama, Meek Speed said Gumby Entrails. Okay, here's the next one. Here's the next one. Good job, you guys. Good job. There is the next one. And by the way, this was also one of my favorite things to play with. And come to think of it, I think I was playing with this well beyond, like, if we'd gotten Light Bright, I was still playing with this one. Not not the way you're supposed to. uh very best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. All right, I've seen enough. I was looking for jacks. Yeah. So I used to take the little metal jacks and spin them like a top. That's all I wanted the jacks for. That was it. Just spinning them like a top. That was all that I used those things for. I know you're supposed to bounce the ball and pick up one, and pick up two, then three, then four. I didn't care about that. I was just spinning these things like tops. Come to think of it, I think Scribble My Dibbles and I, we used to have dueling tops. Bling, bling. Okay. I don't. So Meek Spees, you say you were born in 1990, but it looks like so far you recognize all these things. Meek Spees is at the top again, followed by Cindy C, Scribble My Dibbles, Punxsutawney Mo, Cha Cha, Michelle, Asmila J, Veronica Tello, Cecile Kazimi, Jennifer Rayner, Jamie from Wisconsin, Luppy Girl, Nurse Mitch, Ness from Connecticut, Kathy Murphy, T, Garden Always, Lee nope. Sorry, Lee Saunders. Eddie G, Watcher Soko, That Damn Alaskan, Susie Brizuela, Meredith Powell, Kathleen Cross, Shel Teresa, Phyllis Hatch, Bernadette, Samantha Hawkins. Very good, you guys. I can't read them all. You guys all got this one. That was way too easy. Here we go with the next one. Next one, here it comes. Misha Oliver. I see you. I see you there. Oh, Mia to you says she just stepped on some this morning. Oh, let's see. Okay, I think I've seen enough. We were looking for Speak and Spell. Speak and Spell. And who do we have at the top? We have Jamie from Wisconsin, followed by Kathy Murphy. Speedtopia. Marie from New Jersey. Ness from Connecticut. Mia to you. Meredith Powell. Scribble My Dibbles, I'm sorry, I cannot give you credit for spell thing. Cindy C, Susie Brizuela, Cecile Kazemi, Shel Teresa, Xander Zork, got you there. Bernadette, oh, Samantha Hawkins, Bernadette, Gavin Rutherford says, is it Trump's teleprompter? Yeah, you get bonus for that. Misha Oliver, Eddie G, Wilbur McCarthy. Good job, you guys. Good job. Okay. Here's the next one. I believe this one may stump most of you. This one may stump at least a few of you. At least. Huh? Here it is. Here, you see on the screen. What is this one? Boom, boom. Okay. I've seen enough. Wait, that was not good. That was good. All right. We're looking for, yes, Candyland. Excuse me. Candyland. And who do we have at the top here? Who's at the top? All right. Michelle is at the top, followed by Mia Mia to You, Garden Always, Shel Teresa, Cather Murphy, Scribble My Dibbles, Meredith Powell, Trump Reaper, Asmila Jade, That Damn Alaskan, Phyllis Hatch, Bernadette, Meek Spee, Susie Brizuela, Bonnie Bon Bon, Jamie from Wisconsin, Cindy C, Marie from New Jersey. For those of you who were guessing Life, that's a good guess because, yeah, those markers on the board similar to Life. Very good. Very good. Diane Peterman, Jennifer Rayner, Misha Oliver, Cecile Kazemi, Cha Cha, Kathleen Cross. Good job, you guys. Okay. Here's the next one. Next one. What is this? Oh yeah, Lee Saunders says that we called Life Game of Life. I think they called it Game of Life here too. At least from I remember the song from the commercials. The game of life, the game of life. You will learn about life when you play the game of life. That was the song. That was the jingle. Don't ask me why I remember that shit. Let's see. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta. Okay, yeah, I have seen enough. The answer we were looking for was Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Clearly, this was easily one of my favorite, all-time favorite toys. All-time favorite. So much fun. So simple, too. It just, you just pressing the buttons and you hit the head and the head pops up. Bling. Okay. At the top, we have Punxsutawney Mo, followed by Meek Spees, Nurse Mitch, Shel Teresa, Cindy C, the Trump Reaper, Veronica Tello, Cathy Murphy, Asmila J, Jamie from Wisconsin, Michelle, Meredith Powell, Grab Life by the Rockham Society M. Sorry, grab life by the cherries. That is probably a typo. Karen Purdy, Diane Peterman, Cha-Cha, Bernadette, Susie Brizuela, Kimini, Jennifer Rayner, Maureen Otto, Misha Oliver, Phyllis Hatch, that damn Alaskan. Good job, you guys. Very good job. Okay. Cha-Cha is saying, I always skip her. What did you say in this one, Cha-Cha? Let me find you. Let me find you. Oh, there you were, right after Diane Peterman. That's my bad. It says rock and sicken robots. Sure, you absolutely did mean to say sock 'em. Sorry about that, Cha-Cha. Okay. Here's the next one. And this is the last one, too. Just so you know. Just so you know. This is the last one. That slip disc, it gives me much pain. A leaving Motrin won't take it away. Giddy up, drive a truck, slip on your head. Pick up your socks and jump on the bed. All right, I've seen enough. The answer we were looking for is the Viewmaster. Viewmaster. And this was another. I love these things. The Viewmaster, each little thing was a little bit 3D. Ah, these were so cool. Okay, at the top we have Cindy C, followed by Garden Always, Meek Spees, Diane Peterman, Lee Saunders, Susie Brizuela, Nurse Mitch, Asmila J, Trump Reaper, Phyllis Hatch, Samantha Hawkins, Michelle, Cecile Kazemi, Meek Spees, Mia to You, Scribble My Dibbles, Karen Purdy, Sylvia Correa, Jamie from Wisconsin, Marie from New Jersey, Meredith Powell, Xander Zork Anderson, Cha-Cha, Veronica Tello, Bonnie Bon, Maureen Otto, Ness from Connecticut, Misha Oliver, Shel Teresa, Valerie G., Punxsutawney Mo, Grab Life by the Cherries, Elaine Prieto, Luppy Girl, Foxhill Dreams, Bernadette, and Wilbur McCarthy. Very good, you guys. Excelente. Excelente. Cindy C says, surprise, no Gumby and Pokey. Maybe in the next one? You never know. Guys, thank you so much for playing that game with me. I'm trying to keep it fresh and fun. So more to be seen on Wednesday. Let's see. Luppy Girl says, I always skip her. I don't think I always skip you. You know what happens? I get to a certain point, and then I gotta move on because I can't read everybody's names. All right. It is now time for You Raggedy Bish. You Raggedy Bish. And today's Raggedy Bish is another member of Congress, the Republican, of course. You know, we don't always do Republicans. Sometimes I do Democrats. It's rare, but I do sometimes. Anyway, in this instance, This is a freshman member of Congress. It's his first term and hopefully his last term. His name is Madison Cawthorn, who has already been identified as a misogynist and possibly he's been accused of sexual assault. And now he is going around calling women earthly vessels.
The future of abortion rights.
When Republican men talk about abortion,
The pro-family advocacy group I founded.
it's almost like they had nothing to do with it. Speaking of penises,
You hold it and shake it.
this is 26-year-old Madison Cawthorn.
Eternal souls woven into earthen vessels.
Yeah, woman, he just called you an earthen vessel.
When science darkens the soul of the left.
Reverend Skippy here thinks God hates liberals but loves Donald Trump. And while Texas, Mississippi, and Georgia ban a woman's access to abortion, Republicans are packing the courts with party-humping Catholic white boys.
I liked Pierre.
The Handmaid's Tale isn't a documentary, at least not yet. And whatever these old men decide, it won't change this fact. Republicans are pro-life until the kid needs preschool. And any earthen vessel who gets an abortion in a red state, they'll put you and your doctor in jail. And if you don't get an abortion, 15 years later, they'll jail your kid instead. I vote we give every Republican a vasectomy and only reverse it under certain conditions. And for the life of me, I can't think of one.
Goddamn right.
Where is Kamala? Storming the Capitol.
The future.
All right. So you guys know that was Chip Franklin. You can see his videos on my feed, usually just about every day, Monday through Friday. And that one, in case you wanted to get a second look at it, check it out. It is on my Twitter page. Give it a like and a retweet. Yeah, so Madison Cawthorn is yet another example of a man in the Republican Party who believes that women, are nothing but birthing vessels. Stuff. A vessel is something that you put things in or take things out of. And this is Madison Cawthorn beating up on a rotting old tree. And really, Madison Cawthorn's beliefs are rotting and old. And he needs to be rolled out of the Republican Party, rolled out of politics, and retired. You raggedy bish. So that's all I have to say about Madison Cawthorn. And now questions. I got time for this many questions. And thank you, Cindy C, with the reminder to please don't forget to hit that like button. Or as I like to say, remember to hit the like button. Jennifer Rayner says she's having spaghetti. What are you guys eating for supper? Oh, I couldn't tell you. It might be leftovers. Might be tuna. Jamie from Wisconsin says he needs to leave. Da, 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 da. Here's a question from the Trump Reaper. BDD. How do you build up a following of more than 10,000 followers? It's an excellent question. I would say post engaging content. So, and mix it up. It shouldn't be just, here's what you do. So it shouldn't be just, oh, sticky taco! Veronica Tello, thank you, my friend. Thank you for the donation. Very kind of you. It shouldn't just be text only, right? Sometimes you tweet, text only is fine. But other times you want to use pictures or memes, funny memes. Video is the most engaging media you can post on Twitter and social media. Sometimes news articles, but don't just post the news article with the default title. Put your own spin on what that article says, right? Make your own comment about what you thought of the subject, what you thought about how it was written, whatever. And post on a regular schedule so that your audience knows when to look for your content. Yeah. And that's for starters. There's a bunch of other things. I think also participate in those follow back parties. Every once in a while on Twitter, you'll see a follow back party, throw your own, have a, what do you call those things? A DM group, and the DM groups, you guys can boost each other's stuff. I'm seeing a lot of people doing that now. They're starting their own groups and they'll have like 10 or 15 people in there and they just post their tweets in there and everybody retweets their stuff. And that's how, you get friends to start helping you boost your stuff. And the more content you have out there, the more content that's boosted, the more people want to follow you. All right. So let's see. Lee Saunders is asking if MTG's cancer tweet is her dumbest yet. That's tough. That's a tough question because she's got so many dumb tweets to choose from. It's up there though. It definitely is in her top 5. Xander Zork wants to know why I don't have more subscribers, and thank you for the compliment. They said I am awesome. I appreciate that. You know what? I am bad at the self-promotion stuff. I should be out there, pushing this page, this YouTube page, this show, and I don't, and that's my own damn fault. But I'm hoping people see it eventually and the show grows. Okay, you guys, thank you very much for another fun episode of Storytime with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, aka BrooklynDad. And if you have not yet gotten your shot yet, please make sure you go out and get your shot. Get your booster. If you're able, please do that, especially now that Omicron is now in 17 different states. Okay, so be safe. Oh, yeah. Wear a mask. Keep your social distance. 6 feet or better. And have a lovely, relaxing evening. Now, as you know, I will not be here tomorrow. Mañana, I will be back Wednesday, aka Hump Day. So until then, I will see you same time, same place. I love you all. Peace. Boom. You guys, give a special shout out to our new friend Xander Zork, whose name I was able to pronounce correctly, and who's been a very nice participant in our show. Hey! Lisa Hathaway's hubby has just turned 53. Happy birthday, Eric. Hey! Ben Carlazzo, I see you there. You have a great one too, my friend. I didn't see you in the guessing game. Alaska Cindy, I'm going to have to say watermelon is my favorite, and then close behind that is butterscotch for some reason, because I'm old school like that. Hey! I shall remember Cindy C. All right, you guys. Thank you once again for a wonderful show. And now I'm going to help myself to one of these dum-dums. But you know it's that time, you guys. You need to leave.